I didn't even know that you guys couldn't hear me because I didn't have this clipped to my shirt. So, hi, hello, what's up? Okay. So you guys may not have heard me in the beginning. My apologies. I didn't have what's it called? A mic plugged in. But hi, hello, what's up? I'm Erica and I am early today. What's up, JJ? Because my pups are kind of losing it. They need to go OUT. And so I'm going live early in order to be able to do that because it takes hours. So, anyways, this is a wine glass that is just like the ones we did yesterday. You can even still see the Belvedere tree on the inside. And I have just sanded it and spray painted it black because we're going to be using Chameleon pigments today. This one is Grumpy. What's up, Josh? And chameleons just look better on a black background. So therefore, black background. And I'm trying to find this. My favorite Chameleon Glitter. Dun, 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 dun. Look how fun that is. Teal, purple, teal, purple. People often ask me what the difference is in a chameleon and an interference color. And the difference is with an interference, you can see a little bit of, like if it was, say, a red with a gold interference like ATD Fireball paste, you can see the red, but also when the light hits it, you can see the gold sheen of it. Whereas with chameleons, it is one color and then the other color when it hits light. It completely changes from aqua to purple when done right. So I may add some of that. Who knows? We're going to get crazy with chameleons. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. If you're new, hi, hello, what's up? I'm Erica. We're Artists Till Death. We go live almost every day at 6 p.m. Central, except for on Tuesdays. It's at 2 p.m. Central. And we don't always do resin, but it usually is. But we always do art, and it's always a lot of fun. So welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You're here anyways, and it helps the channel. So I'm going to use a Deco Foil sticky pen. I always call it a sticky pen. Anytime I refer to a sticky pen, it is from Deco Foil. You can get these on Amazon. I have them linked down in the description box in my Amazon thing. And here we go. I haven't decided what kind of design I'm going to do, but I think I'm just going to do like slashes like this, because it's really hard to mess up a design like this, and it usually looks pretty cool. Now these deco pens, these sticky pens, they usually you have to change the nib, so they come with a couple of nibs, and the nib is that little belt point. And I'm not doing this in any kind of real pattern, really. I'm just kind of filling it in, and I'm trying to kind of do almost like a shooting star look, I guess, to where it's kind of teardroppy, so it's bulbous on one side and then kind of comes off to a point on the other. You can do small ones, you can do the larger ones. And with the sticky pen, it dries relatively quickly, but I still don't want to put my finger in it, so I'm gonna just do like one side, and then we'll coat it with the chameleon, and then we'll kind of do the other side. For me, I usually try to avoid an exact pattern because it's hard for me to stick to that pattern. So I just don't pattern. But if you're a pattern person, by all means, you can also take like a stencil and put it on a spray adhesive, and then add your powders. It's all up to you and what you feel like doing. If you're doing these for a Christmas present, you're doing DIY Christmas gifts, then I would just do whatever the person you're gifting to really likes. For me, you could use a mermaid scales or anything chameleon or anything purple, because those are all my favorite things. So this part largely gets boring after a minute when you're just watching it. So I'm just going to finish dotting this side. And then we'll start adding the chameleon, because that's the fun part, I think. It's important to note that when you're going to be dusting on a mica, that you give, if you base it in a spray paint like I did, you give it enough time to really dry, because fine mica powders like to stick to even things that aren't officially sticky, like a sticky pen or a foil adhesive. It'll stick to semi-damp spray paint. Don't ask me how I know. Just know that I know, and it's not fun. So heed my warning. And I want to show you guys in a little bit what I've been working on. I've had to restart a commission because I wasn't really feeling how it was going. And so we restarted it today, and Jeff really helped me to kind of bring it to life, because he is an airbrush portrait artist, and he made it look more like the Marilyn that she is supposed to look like. Also, I'm thinking about doing some Christmas giveaways on the channel. What do you guys think? Should I do competition giveaway or just pull a name from a hat giveaway? Okay. If I do too much more, I think I'll fill it in too much. And I want to leave some blank space. Excuse me, it's still getting over a cold. I want to leave some blank space so that there's a good juxtaposition between the matte of the black background and the shininess of the interference. Nope, the chameleons. Thought for a second I was using interference. All right. What's up, everyone? Giveaway from a hat. That's always a favorite. Hey, Megan, how you been? Competition, make them work for it. Always like a good competition. So this has to dry just a little bit. If you can see it still milky in some areas, like right here, then it is not dry enough yet. But where you just see the shine, because it's shiny on a matte black, and you can feel the tacky, you can almost hear it, then those areas are ready, and those will stay tacky for a minute. So I have some time. This is the new piece. Ta-da! What's up, Melody Felix? I don't know if you know this, but Jeff helped me with the face because he is amazing. Look at that. Look at it. So, yeah, and then she'll have a bubble here, so you won't even see that of her mouth. And then I'm going to do this bit like I do my electric lip pieces with a whole bunch of paintbrush. That's still drying. Let me show you my failure. Take one, where I blocked in all of the facial features. Very harsh. Very different from take two. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to evaluate and regroup. And so we did. Anyways, I'm doing great, Megan. My 20th anniversary of my 20th birthday was the other day. And super pumped about it. Love the neon hair. At first I was like, it looks a little bit Tekashi 6ix9ine, but I still love it. Okay, so this is a chameleon. It doesn't look like it because it's not on a black background and there's too much concentration of the mica. So when I tell people if they're gonna put chameleon in resin, a little bit goes all of the way. Not just a long way, it goes all of the way. So I would always recommend using just a little bit because if it's too concentrated, it's gonna get cloudy. So we'll just avoid that little bit right there because if I dust over now, it's going to, my brush is going to pick up whatever wet adhesive is still there, and we don't want that because then you're going to ruin your brush and you're going to probably accidentally get some adhesive in areas that you don't really want. So just plucking out some of the rogue hairs. Good enough. So I'm just going to, if you do makeup, then you know not to go straight on with a whole bunch of product on your brush. I always try to tap some off. And so now I'm just going to dust it on the areas that have the adhesive. And then we'll dust it away from the other areas later. But how fun is that? So it goes from blue to purple. And then I'm thinking about adding some of the glitter. See, I even dusted off the excess that I had on my paintbrush and it's still going the distance. I think someone could do a really awesome Aurora Borealis with the Too Faced chameleons. Also, be careful when you apply adhesive. If you apply it and there's a texture, like if you use a paintbrush, if you're going to use like the Mona Lisa, the Bottle with the Lady, or the APS adhesive, like where I stuck my finger to see if it was tacky right here, you can see that little mark. So just be advised that it's kind of like a paint. It's going to have the texture of your paintbrush. And if you touch paint before it's dry, it's going to leave a mark. But you know what? I do the failures so you guys don't have to. So that's what family's for. At least in my head. Thank you, Melody. What's up, Christy? So glad you could make a live. All right, so we have all of those dusted on. I'm going to take just a stiffer bristle, but not very abrasive second brush that's clean. And I'm going to dust away any of the excess. So that's going to kind of dust off in between my marks of adhesive. It's just going to clean that away. How fun. That is a fancy wine glass so far. Meow. Should I add my glitters? Maybe I'll just add it to the base to make it extra. What do you guys think? I need to know. In the meantime, while I'm surveying your answers, I'm just going to continue on and putting some more of these over here. I don't have any other way to say with these little, I guess, very fast raindrops. Yeah, they're like very fast raindrops. Guys, anytime Canvas walks by me and goes into another room just on her own, all willy-nilly, I'm suspect of her. I'm like, what are you about to get into? I know it's going to be horrible. You don't have any hobbies in there. No one's calling you to come over. Suspicious. Dalmatian Obsession is one of my favorites too. What's up, Dawn? Thank you so much. You're in Florida now. Super jealous. I was born there. Fun fact. May come up on a test later. Okay. Comments, yes. Hey, Donna Parker, how are you doing? So while we have some time, I need you guys to tell me any ideas you have for a Christmas giveaway or sale or special or contest. What is it that you guys would like to participate in? Because ultimately, it's for you guys. So I want to know what you guys think. Because I can't come up with all the ideas. My brain hurts. You're a little bit late, Bowie. Your dad has come and left. I know, but he's already gone. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Love that song. Falling Stars. Yes, yes. Some of my little have gone rogue, but I'm trying to shape them back up, bring them back in line with the general flow, striations that we already have going on. So after this piece is done, I ordered an attachment for my tumbler turner that will fit this wine glass, but it's not here yet because here lately guaranteed delivery on Amazon is a joke. Don't get mad at me, Amazon, just do better. Be mad at yourself. A set of skull coasters as a competition? Oh no. 6 or 7 weeks of school holidays to deal with. That is a lot of time. But you got this, Sue. You're smart. I've met you in person. I know what your brain does. It's magic. Ooh, almost done with the boring part. It's only boring, I think, if I'm live. Like if I'm just kind of watching TV and eating junk food. This is the kind of stuff I usually do, is just the busy work of art. I'll prep canvases. I thought about doing a day in the life kind of vlog, but I didn't know if that's something you guys would be interested in. I know people are super interested when Tudor restocks paints because he does it topless sometimes. Because I guess last time he stocked paints, it was a little warm in here. I wasn't home. He doesn't do that when I'm here. But you guys reacted, not you guys, but the internet in general reacted pretty well to it. I also thought about doing like a color advent calendar for the 12 days of Christmas. Do you guys have an opinion on that?
It's hot.
Well, the windows are open.
Yeah.
You just following him around, big girl?
She was just throughout his whole place. That's why the door slammed.
Oh, because the windows were open? Yeah, a competition. Okay, so we have to let that bit, those opaque areas dry. So while we're doing that, I think I'm going to coat the base of this with this. This is my foil adhesive from APS. I will have a link in the bottom if you want to get a discount and help my channel all in one swing. Swing. I'm trying to find a junk paintbrush like this one. It's all kinds of frazzled. It's not good for much of anything. I think these are like 100 for $1. Probably not that great, but close. Okay. So this stuff is markedly thicker. You can thin it out with water. It's water-based, but just don't thin it out too much because I don't know what that would do to anything. Oops, sorry. So I'm just gonna go for it. For me, I feel like half the battle of doing artwork is just starting, just putting something down. And I don't know if you guys are that way, but it is hard for me to just start a project. I have a little bit of anxiety that I'm going to mess something up or do it wrong, waste product. And so anytime I go to start something, the literal physical act of actually starting it is the hard part for me. Do you guys ever get that way? Also, thanks for being a sounding board for me, to tell you kind of what I'm thinking, what struggles I'm going through as an artist. I don't know if that's just TMI, but I feel like if I was watching someone regularly and I knew that they had struggles as well, it would kind of help me to realize that like I'm not alone in the artist struggle. But maybe it's just too much and it doesn't even matter. So let me know. You won't hurt my feelings, promise. Promise, swear. So just like the other adhesive, put this in water immediately. I do not have any water on hand, so that paintbrush will die. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sure it was important. Pink and purple have to be in it, please. I love pink and purple. Try not to overthink it. Yeah. But that's one of those easier said than done things for me. In my world, I can meditate all I want to, which ultimately just means I'm going to take a nap on accident. And I'm still going to overthink it. You should have seen how long I looked at this Maryland piece before I put paint down. A long time. Hey, Shannon, you're not too late. I was a little bit early. So I'm putting a new piece of paper down because I have so much of the sticky pen on this, and I don't like to waste anything. So I always put any leftover glitter back in my little package. Oh, awesome. I'm not alone. Sweet. Okay, so so it is still wet because just like with the sticky pen, that's what I was going to tell you. When it goes clear, then it's ready to go. If you're using this for brush on mica, like I'm doing with the Grumpy, then you would want to wait till it was clear. If you were going to do a foil with it, you would need to wait till it was clear, because if you try to put a foil down and take the backing off, it's just going to bring sticky up instead of put foil down. So other than what I'm about to do with this down here, just follow the instructions on the package, which says wait till it goes clear, which for the APS adhesive is like, depending on how thick you apply it, could be like 45 minutes. But the APS adhesive stays tacky for basically forever until you put something solid on top of it. It's going to be largely tacky. Also, anytime you're using loose micas, listen to your body, and if you feel like you need to wear a respirator, then you absolutely should do that. Don't not do it, because I'm not doing it. You won't be able to hear me like in the beginning of this video if I had a respirator on. I do have my space well ventilated, and I have fans blowing all of this fluffing off mica away from me. So also that. So as you can see, this is a 1 gram jar, and I've used this on a few videos now, and it's still almost still full. All right, let's brush off the excess. And like I said, as soon as my tumbler turner attachment comes in, I'm going to attempt to put resin on this bad boy. It should be here tomorrow, but also, like I said, Amazon's guaranteed same day, next day, whatever delivery is super slacking. Thank you, Jessie Papa Bear. What's up, Cloudy Art? Yeah, I'm going to use my Chameleon Color Passion Mermaid Dreams Chunky Glitter. It says chunky, but it's just because it has chunkies in it. It goes all the way down to super fine. It's essentially what the kids these days wear to festivals on their face and etc. Yeah, so it's almost not white anymore. Some areas are clear already because some areas were applied thicker than others. I'm just gonna sprinkle this on. It doesn't matter if it's not completely tacky and ready to go because it's a liquid. It's gonna be tacky enough to hold this, but I'm not gonna worry about dusting anything away until like tomorrow. My only thing I'm gonna make sure I do is push the glitter down and make sure it's fully on there. And I pulled some of the adhesive up onto the stem. I'm going to see if I can get some of this glitter to stick to it. If not, I'm just going to use the Grumpy. And I still might just use some Grumpy and like fade it upward. What do you guys think? Even if you're watching this on replay, I would love to know what you think. I try to read those as soon as I can. But as I am back to a one-person show, even Tudor's not here. He's gallivanting on his Christmas vacation in Hawaii. Lucky duck. I just want to make sure that this is all even and everything's tacked flatly down, because when I do go to resin it, if anything is sticking up weird, it's going to stick up through the resin. And so I'm going to make sure everything is tacked flat down. And when you do that, you'll also find sticky spots that you missed on the first go. So you can backfill that. Sometimes I'll also just dust on a chameleon or an accenting color. I don't know why I said accenting. So accentuating, I think that's the actual word, color in between. But since it's the chameleon, that would be dadgum near impossible because it changes colors on you. Ooh, I may like this this enough to just continue it up. What do you guys think? Should I continue this up the stem or bring the Grumpy down? I'm really thinking about just like, I don't know, it's not scoring, I don't know the word, but like not antiquing, but kind of eye-catting it up for those that have been with me for a while, kind of like I did Bertha. Leave it. Okay, so just go this way, this much way, and then no mas. I got 2 leave it's. If I do leave it, I need to figure out how I'm going to bring this design down into here. Whether that's adding just a few more or what. This is actually a plastic wine glass that Tudor gets from his roommate who does work for Belvedere brand. And so I had just some of these around and I was like, I'm going to DIY some Christmas presents, saving some money this year. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So if there's nothing else other than the leave it, then I might just leave it. And I almost want to put something here. Spiral the comets down. I definitely need to bring them down at least a little bit. Even if we don't bring them all the way down, which we also may still do. I just have to save my favorite glitter I've ever currently. Nope. Waste not, want not. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So let's just put a few of these down. Is this a different one? Yeah, this one is clogged, which is why the sticky pens come with extra nibs so that you can switch those out. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Sometimes you have to get violent with them. There we go. Okay. So let's just do a couple more. Couple more comments. Trying not to be exact with these. You don't want it to be uniform. I want a random pattern because anytime it's a specific pattern, I mess it up. So random it is. As Rhonda would say, so random. Or is that how Kenny would say? Not sure. If you know, let me know in the comments. So if you're watching later, I also want to know what you think I should do for a Christmas giveaway or special. Nobody mentioned liking my advent calendar idea. Is it a dumb idea? You can tell me. Or did I miss those comments? I could have missed them. Been making intense eye contact with my wine glass. Almost done. I've said almost done so many times in this video. I think it's because I don't want you guys to leave me. That little sniffle thing doesn't work on Jeff either. Ooh, okay. Of course, if you're doing this at home, you can take your time and make all of these lines so much more precise. And just better looking than my little scratches. So if you do try this, I want to see what you do. We love seeing it. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, ATD's Poor People, do it so I can see what you're creating. Can you use this after it's finished, or is it a display only piece? So this will be usable after I put resin on it. In retrospect, I should have left a lip rim for the people that are cautious about putting their mouths on resin, which is to each their own. You got to take care of your own health and forget what anybody else says. And it'll have to be hand washed. I always tell people that purchase functional things from us, handmade equals hand washed. But yeah, it would be fully functional. You could even probably put a candle in there and make it a display piece. You can kind of see in some areas, maybe, wait, yeah, like right over here under the tree, it's kind of lighter because I apparently just didn't put, there's a couple spots right there, right here. I didn't spray the black on that thick, but on the outside, you can't really tell that I did that. So if you just misted it black, it would look just as good on the outside, and then you could put a candle in it and it would glow in a really cool way. So yeah, you can use it functionally in a few ways. Hope that answered your question. Another cool thing about using adhesive and micas like this is you don't have to like be specific with where you're putting it. You just dust it on and it's going to stick to wherever it's sticky, because that's science. Well, that's about as science as I go. I'm sure I'll have a scientist comment and let me know why it's not science and it's actually some other subject that I did not do well in school. Because, you know, people like to share their opinions, which is fine. Comment all you want. Okay, let's dust this off and see where we're at. I'll probably dust it off again tomorrow before, well, assuming my turner for this comes in tomorrow, I'll dust it off again. I'm not going in too harshly with this because the adhesive is fresh and I don't want to move anything if it's kind of soft still. So what are we thinking? Should I incorporate more of the mermaid into the top of it? Or is this an awesome wine glass in and of itself, just how it is? Did you ever experiment with a chrome silver foam for an alien ocean? I didn't, JJ, but to be quite honest, I have forgotten. But I'm super down to do that because how cool would it be to have a black sand, green water, silver wave ocean? Oh goodness. Thank you, Arlene. It's awesome. Well, then we'll let it live just like this then. Have you guys used any Chameleon stuff before? You can get Grumpy. It is by Too Faced on my website, artistilldeath.com, along with the glitter I used today that is missing. I had it. I had glitter. Okay. Oh, it's over here. Color Passions Mermaid Dreams Chunky. I, as a mermaid, approve of the name and the color choice. But yeah, what would you guys do different with this? If I had a whole bunch of time, which I don't because the pups are going to start yelling at me soon, I would go in and put a piece of glitter in the thick part of every one of these. And I may still do it tomorrow before I ultimately resin it. So it would look kind of like that on all of them. So it would have just a little bit of something, a little bit of sparkle in each one. And since this glitter comes in a few different sizes in the same little bag, there's a size for every or teardrop or comet. And so if you do try this at home and you want to do this before I do a video on it, all you have to do is put a little tiny dot of any whatever adhesive you're using. And then you can take a wax color pencil and pick up your glitter or whatever it is that you're using. Right now, I don't have a wax anything, so to be perfectly honest and gross, I'm just licking the end of my paintbrush, and it's picking up just one and putting it where I want it to be. Gold leaf your name or logo on it. That's a great idea. I'll have Jeff do that on the bottom so we can take off the Irid Devleb logo. Or if you're reading it from the top, it used to say Belvedere. Not sponsored, but Belvedere, if you're watching, sup. So yeah, I think it'll look really good with these. I guess it'll look like peacock comets. Because listen, glitter is always an option in my world. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video today. I've got to get the pups outside and come back in and finish this commish. I can't take any credit for the cool parts like this because that was Jeff. I just did some electric hair. She's not gonna be a bear, you know, it kind of looks like it. This is gonna be a bubble gum. She's calmed down greatly. Always ready. That's part 2. My first version is this one, which I'll probably still finish, but it's 2 something. Can't put my finger on it, but it's 2 something. She's awake. Thank you, Donna. I hope you have an awesome day. I hope the rest of you have an awesome evening and weekend. Tomorrow I have to do this commission and start another one. Deliver this one on Sunday, and on Sunday we're gonna be watching Cowboys play Philly because go Cowboys. Anyways, get your paints from me. Support small businesses. It means a lot to us, more than it means to Sam Walton and Jeff Bezos. Thank you so much for everybody that came in and watched. Share a video if you think it's worth sharing. It helps to build my channel, and anytime you can comment under one of my videos, it helps the algorithm know that you guys are engaged with what I'm doing, and it helps me get more followers that way. Subscribers, words. Anyways, we love you guys so much, and I hope you have an awesome evening and weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday at 6 p.m. Central. Till then, be kind to one another because you never know what someone's going through. And always remember that we do the test so sleeping puppies don't have to. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Nope, Monday. Bye.